Today, I wish to celebrate Wim Hof, a man who has become a somewhat controversial figure over recent years, but who has unquestionably helped thousands, if not millions, of people over recent years. He's kind of become controversial because of some of the conflation between his breathing exercises and his advice for people in their relationship with cold water. But I have personally found great benefit from both focusing on my breathing and on getting into the appreciation of cold water and developing a real relationship with that. And I think that he has profoundly touched so many people's lives. He's very worthy of celebration. Now, there are some questions about what went on in his family life and his personal life, but I would advocate great critics of his to, consider the adage about people in glass houses throwing stones. It's very difficult for any of us to claim perfection in terms of our personal lives. We've all probably hurt somebody in the course of living our lives. But the Iceman, Wim Hof, has demonstrated that the human being has an incredible capacity for protection and developing a much stronger immune system through the exposure to cold. He's undergone so many scientific experiments that have demonstrated that we do have the capacity to influence our immune systems in ways that they thought were previously completely subconscious. He's shared that knowledge so freely and so passionately. He's really helped a lot of people come out of states where they thought that they were profoundly ill and really had no recourse other than to pharmaceutical medicine, and have gone through incredible healing processes just by connecting with these natural means of regulating our bodies. Ideally, and by that I'm relating specifically to our ability to control our minds, to control our breathing, and to control our responses to things, to, instead of flinching from cold, for example, to be able to develop a relationship with the cold, to go towards it. Following my introduction to Wim Hof, got into sea swimming. I'd never liked cold showers until getting into doing it as a practice, and it's amazing how quickly one adjusts to it and then can get to a point of feeling that a hot shower is completely unnatural and not desired even. I've gone in phases with that. I have gone through periods of doing his breathing exercises every day. Currently I don't. But it's still informed the way that I relate to my breath, the way that I relate to the cold. And it may well be that my practice of those techniques will come back. I understand now that he isn't to be wholly credited with the discovery of these processes. He's using breathing techniques that have been advocated by yogis for thousands of years, that are explained and delineated in ancient scriptures. And the relationship with the cold, well, he's not the first person to do that. We've seen in northern climes of Russia and Scandinavia, people hang out their children, their babies, on the balconies overnight to develop their hardiness and their relationship with the cold. People have been dipping into the ice and into the sea for a very long time, but he certainly has helped to repopularize that and help us to step away from this idea that the cure to all our ills is to be found in the very expensive and artificial, chemical-based, oil-based industry that is modern medicine. And for that, I think he is very much worthy of celebration. So here's to Wim Hof.